Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. Can we talk about this for a second? We opened Ancestral Recall and Tinker, and it has Psychic Frog auto-selected. Part of me suspects that they're using some type of win rate or pick rate or something to do these calculations. And maybe Psychic Frog is winning more than Ancestral Recall, but that is bonkers that this card is being picked over Tinker and Recall. We're going to take Recall. Pretty happy about it. Sad to pass Tinker, but there's actually quite a few good cards that could wheel in this pack. I like Smuggler's Copter is probably the most likely to wheel, and a card I just love. Almost No Chance Frog comes around. Lavamancer's okay. Death Greeter's Champion. Probably the best deck would end up just getting Cathar Commando, because I think blue-white, just the tempo-y kind of decks are some of the strongest in the cube. So wouldn't be mad if I ended up that direction, but obviously you want to do something fun when you open power, so we'll see what happens. Okay, pack 2. There's wow, a lot of stuff. Okay, the auto select must not be based on anything, because what does this card have to do with anything? Broadside Bombardiers is just busted. So I could just take that. It's probably the strongest card in the pack. Reanimate maybe is stronger. That's just a very good card. I could take Flooded Strand to make Ancestral Recall more splashable so I could play more decks. I could take like a Miscalc or a Cult Epiphany to just lean more into like blue, cut blue. I'm thinking it's Flooded Strand. That keeps me open. I don't love playing the Reanimator archetype. I think Reanimate is a defensible pick. I just don't like it. I like Shallow Grave as an archetype. Yeah, and Miscalc, if this was like Counterspell maybe, but I'll just take the Flooded Strand here. Now, Jace, pretty good with Ancestral. Ponder's pretty good, and I just love Memory Jar. I think it's a really, really fun card. I think I'm gonna take the Jace. It's strong, flashing back Ancestral is great. Let's do that. Okay. Reprieve, Preordain, Dark Confidant, Kaito. Maybe a Deep Cavern Bat, probably not. I mean, Preordain stays blue. We have a lot of deck manipulation. Reprieve going pick 4. I think this is a very strong card too. But I'm just gonna take the Preordain. It's on color. Kaito into Kaito, you say? Interesting. If there was any chance that Tinker comes around, Bolus's Citadel would be an amazing pickup. I opened it, right? So the odds of someone making it all the way around the pack is just so low. I don't think I take that. I could take Oust, I could take Kaito or something like Collective Brutality. I'm looking at Oust. I think it's just a great card. Oh, I'm gonna take Oust. I know there's gonna be people complaining about this pick because Oust for some reason gets bad credit, but it's a really good card. Gush, Urza's Bauble, Sheltered by Ghost, actually pretty decent. Portable Hole is just fine, cheap removal. What do I want to do? I guess Knight's Whisper 2 is like minorly there. I know Tubby Dragon, we love him. I don't want to splash the Tubby Dragon just yet. I love the card, but I think taking like a more reliable role player like Bubble, Gush, or Hole is where I want to be. And I think in the Tempo archetype, Sheltered by Ghost probably has the most upside. It just exiles anything, and yeah, blue-white feels open. I can take a Spell Pierce here, stay really low to the ground. Giver of Runes is nice too, but I love a good Spell Pierce. Skyclave. What pick is this? This is one of the strongest like cards in the cube. This pick 8 Skyclave Apparition, crazy. Okay, yeah, like I said, Cathar Commando, No More Lies. Given that I have Spell Pierce, I'm leaning towards the Cathar Commando. I mean, the Exile Clause on No More Lies is pretty nice, but it's hard to find a flash creature with this much value. Like, I can get Miscalc, there's other cards I can get that do what No More Lies does, which is why I think it's a weird inclusion in the cube. But there are very few cards that do what Cathar Commando does, and look at that. Miscalculation. Pretty happy about that. Yeah. Then we get Dam versus Memory Jar versus Evolved Sleeper. I don't think this deck is ever playing Memory Jar. I love the card, but I think I'm much more likely to play Dam. I'll take a Temple Garden in case I ever want to splash green. Uh, Kaito is interesting. I kind of like that. I could see that working. Gush is actually pretty good here too if I can get the fixing for it. A deck this low to the ground, Gush can be mana positive and card draw. So it'd be like add 1 mana, draw 2 cards, because if you have it's like turn 3, you missed a land drop. You return both your lands, play another one, you have 3 mana on turn 3 now. So it can be really good, especially if you have cheap cards, because you're going to be down lands when you do that, but if you like do that, you oust, and then the next turn you play a 2-drop. Wow. Okay, we're in the open lane. I'm fairly convinced this is one of the best archetypes in the cube. It doesn't mean I'm going to win every time playing it, but I think it's a really good archetype. Winds of a Bend, Parallax Wave, and Teferi are what I'm looking at. I think Stoneforge is pretty bad. Maybe this is just me, but I tend to avoid narrow 2-card interactions because there's so much variance in this game that you could draw Stoneforge and Caldra complete in your hand. You could draft Stoneforge, not have the complete. So I don't take it super highly. If I got both, yeah, I'd probably put them in the deck. I think here we're deciding between Parallax Wave and Teferi. I'm going to take Teferi first. I think he offers something like unique to the deck. There's Thalia or Arid Mesa does not get any lands. There's also an Ancient Tomb. Not the best with this deck. I think Thalia is good. There's also Spellseeker because Thalia, like, people are not. I got last pick Giver Rune, so there's a pretty good chance Thalia makes it around. So I could take Spellseeker, which grabs a lot of spells, and then try and wheel Thalia. I could also take Arid Mesa and try and wheel Thalia. But I think Spellseeker for Ancestral is pretty strong. And then, we'll have a Thalia whenever. Esper Sentinel versus Revoker. Sentinel's great. We'll take that. Here, Narset, Otawara, Elspeth. Pretty much those. Narset's great. She does shut down some decks. I'm just going to take her. I was thinking about Otawara because it lets us run a higher land count, but still like increase the interaction density of our deck. But there are so many unfair decks that we could be weak to that Narset just locks it up that it's pretty hard to say no here. And this is why I like this archetype, because we have Oust, we have Sheltered by Ghosts, we have Cathar Commando, Skyclave Apparition, Wrath of God to answer creatures. But then we also have like Spell Pierce, Miscalculation, Narset, things like that to answer the non-creature stuff too. Unbelievably late Underworld Breach. I mean, I'm passing it too, so I guess it's believable. But it's just, that card goes late. Blade Splicer's fine. If we get the Parallax Wave to come around, I'll be happy about it. Figure of Destiny is just okay in a 2-color deck like this, so pretty happy about that. Well, there's Fractured Identity and Prismatic Ending. I'll take the Identity. This card is broken. Channel, Coveted Jewel, bunch of cool stuff. Okay, there's a Tundra. There's also a Rogan Triumph. I think about the untapped Tundra. This deck has a lot of 1-drops, fast plays. If we had the Triumph, I would highly consider taking this card. It's perfect in a deck like this. But I don't have the mana to cast the spells that I currently have, so I don't want to add more spells to the deck that I can't cast, even though this card is very, very, very strong. Mutavolt's also good in decks like this. I've been impressed with this card, and Walking Bliss is nice, but none of that matters if you can't cast any of your spells. Treasure Cruise seems awesome here. I have so many cheap spells. I have a Looter. Yeah, I love a Treasure Cruise. Touch the Spirit Realm is okay. Ghost Vacuum's okay. Lingering Souls, but we now effectively have 2 Ancestrals. So someone did take Parallax Wave, but I get a Winds of Abandon, so I'm not too mad about that. We get Thalia. I'm just really like wondering who would take Parallax Wave, but not Winds of Abandon or Thalia. I don't know. Maybe like a green Eternal Witness deck or something, but I'm pretty happy about this Thalia. There's a Lion Sash, Revoker, and Plateau. How much graveyard protection do I have? Because I love Phyrexian Revoker, but Lion Sash does just shut down some decks. It's also less weak, but it is. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lion Sash. I think both are great. It's hard to pick one. We could take Elspeth or a Fiery Islet. Elspeth's okay. Really helps with the tempo strategy. Not playing that. Coveted Jewel. Whoever took Tinker didn't want you. Hey, Mutavault. If we get better mana, I will play it. Currently, our mana is nowhere near able to support a Mutavault, but we do have a lot of, you know, 2 drops with a single pip, which is nice. If we had, mana drain, things like that, Mutavault gets worse. Wow. How many playables do I have? A lot. I think I'm gonna take Meticulous Archive. Ajani, Brazen Borrower are both great cards, but I already have enough playables, or at least very close, right? This is 23. So if I take Ajani, he's just replacing one of my less playable cards, and that's kind of a minor upgrade. Whereas Meticulous Archive, it's a fetchable surveil land that fixes my mana. That's great. It's not displacing anything else. Hallowed Fountain again. Sink into the Stupor I would take too, but we're just going to take all the fixing first and see what comes around. Okay, and this is why we take the fixing, right? We can take an Ocelot Pride here. Just a busted turn 1 play when backed up with, turn 1 Ocelot, turn 2 Spell Pierce, Miscalc, all that stuff. Pretty happy about that. Jack Rabbit also would be kind of sick here, but we'll take the Pride. Whoa, oh no! Oh my gosh. Can I just take this pack and be done? Wasteland is excellent in this deck. Mana Leak is great. Mana Tithe is great. Colonnade is great. Exercise also pretty good. What do I take here? It's probably Mana Tithe, but like excellent, excellent, excellent. The cheap spells are so important, and being able to just disrupt your opponent a little bit is so good in a deck like this. Like, you play Ocelot Pride, then next turn you Mana Tithe their 3-drop. That's an insane tempo swing. It's unbelievably strong if you can set up a sequence like that. We have enough 1-drops where doing things like that is a lot more likely. It's also a cheap spell to enable Treasure Cruise. Helps us flip Jace. So I like it. I could have, if I was greedy, taken the Mana Leak and tried to wheel Mana Tithe, because I know that card has less, good of a perception than it deserves. But it's just too important, I think. So the way it's looking right now, Thalia might end up in the sideboard. She does hit my deck pretty hard, admittedly. So we'll see. Lurrus of the Dream Den. I would have to cut a lot of cards to companion a Lurrus. What would that look like? This. 22 total, 17 playables. I think I would have to cut too much for that to be playable. I think I'm going to take Unexpectedly Absent. I love this card. Although Lurrus is really strong. I can replay Lion Sash, Commando, Sheltered by Ghosts, Jace. It's a really good card, but I'm going to take the Absent. It's just removal for anything. Jeez, Giver of Runes, Elite Spellbinder. Or Mother of Runes. I think I take the Mon. This curve is crazy low. Guide of Souls? Okay, this is... Wow, we are really low to the ground. Maybe I do run Thalia. We'll put all this stuff back in. At least most of it. Yeah, I mean, Guide of Souls in this deck, I don't have a ton of token generation, but we have Ocelot Pride, so we could have the dream start. This pack's pretty mediocre. People like Shorakai, but 4 mana and then another mana to make a 1/1 pilot. I guess it does put you up a card as well. I think I like Sarah Paragon more, because it at least attacks. Brazen Borrower is perfect for this deck. Pretty happy about that. Virtue of Loyalty versus Thieving Skydiver. This being instant makes it pretty tempting, because we can make it 2/2 while holding up counter magic, and then the backside, I mean, can just win games. This card is just really sick in some matchups, but I actually really like Virtue of Loyalty. Do I like it more than Elspeth Knight Errant is the thing to ask. I think the answer might be yes. Do I like it more than Sarah Paragon? Maybe I don't like it more than Elspeth. She's so good at pushing through lethal. Ooh, Jacked Rabbit I do like. I like that better than better than both of them. I could cut Teferi and then this curve becomes very low. Okay, we wield Exercise. Probably sideboard that card. Although it kills basically anything. Lurrus came around. Okay. We'll consider you. Scrubland. Harvester of Misery. This card I've been very impressed with. It does kind of just a little bit of everything. Okay. 30 cards. That's a lot of playables. So we need to decide what we're cutting. I like all of these cheap tempo cards. Honestly, I don't think this deck needs a Spellseeker. I don't have any way to like combo with it. I know it can grab anything from Ancestral Recall to Miscalc, but it's 3 mana to get a 1/1, and I would rather just draw a better card than draw this card. If you think about it, like Spellseeker for Ancestral is 4 mana, draw 3. Would you play Concentrate in your deck? Probably not. It's not terrible, but a deck like this, I have, a lot of other stuff to do. This curve is really nice. 28. We can cut Sarah Paragon. Sideboarding Narset makes our mana a lot better. She doesn't impact the board, so in a matchup like this deck is trying to just play stuff early and then apply pressure to opponents while we have a little bit of tempo backup, right? Let's say we turn 1 Guide of, or Ocelot Pride, turn 2 Guide of Souls, hold up Spell Pierce. Then they have to play around Spell Pierce. That's a lot of stuff for them to deal with. They don't, we get more creatures, and now they're on the back foot, and just one little Mana Tithe Oust can help us win the game, is the goal of this deck. I mean, if I cut to Fairy, I could Companion Lurrus. I mean, this is a Lurrus companion. I might as well do it. No, Brazen Borrower. Okay, if I do that, I can bring this in. And this. 16 land Lurrus companion. Fractured Identity. Okay, let's look at what I'm giving up. Brazen Borrower is a huge one. Skyclave is a huge one. Blade Splicer is okay. I don't think I'm giving up that much. I could run a Mutavault because I have 16 lands with a curve this low. Let's try it. I don't know. Companion Lurrus and Vintage Cube. Let's do it. Don't need a mountain. 6/3. So blue sources that I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, Temple Garden we're not playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. Honestly, it doesn't feel that bad except for Gush. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 white. Yeah, that feels okay. I think I can add one more and it's gonna be a blue just so I can Gush more reliably. Yeah. Okay, that's the deck. We're gonna Companion Lurrus, see what happens. See you all round 1. I've never companioned anything before, so yes, okay. Choose your Lurrus as my companion. Awesome. Tell my phone good luck, have fun. This hand looks good. I will keep. I have to remember Lurrus exists there. We get to go turn 1 figure. Ocelot Pride. A bit of a problem, right? Because if they gain life, they do the thing. I think I'm going to play a Jacked Rabbit here. It's defensive. If they have removal, it's going to be a little bit bad, but it's a defensive play that also pressures them offensively. Hey, there we go. Do these enter attacking? No, it just attacks. That's awesome. Okay, we could Gush if we want to. Let's go Island. Move to attack with Jacked Rabbit. Aw. All those Jacked Rabbit believers. We got there. Play Jace. Hold up white to lever up figure so that we can block. They cycle Eagles of the North. Flage is pretty good. Not a fan of that. I think I'm gonna Gush to try and hit Mana Tithe here. Because that would be excellent in this position. I don't hit it. In fact, I only hit lands, which is quite terrible. Because they're gonna gain life off Ocelot Pride pretty much no matter what happens. Oh, okay. They're killing the Jacked Rabbit. Okay, that's not as bad. Because I still can block with figure, so they can't even attack. They do. I'm just gonna level this up now. Then I can F6 through their token creation. Okay, they have Miscalc. So let's go Island. Pass turn. Arena of Glory is very scary. Esper Sentinel. You got it. This is like a weird mirror match, but their deck might be better. Gut, we will counter that. Although, yeah, they get to draw a card, which I don't love, I guess. I'm going to loot with Jace here. If I draw Manatide, that would be excellent. Guide of Souls is really good. I don't think I can afford a tapped land in this spot. But I will counter this. So 4 cards, so the next Jace loot will flip him. Sheltered by Ghosts. I like that as well. So this, if there are 5 or more cards in your graveyard, so let's loot with Jace. Spell Pierce also very good. This deck is really good. I think I'm discarding Mutavault. I mean, Mutavault's also pretty good here. I'm gonna discard this island. So Jace up to -2, -0 until your next turn. So I can shrink this. So I don't have to pay anything for Esper Sentinel. Then I can play Guide of Souls. And I could Sheltered by Ghosts, but I think I'd rather hold up like Mutavault Spell Pierce in this spot. And for Jace, I mean, I can ultimate him as a win condition, or I can, if I eventually draw Ancestral Recall or Treasure Cruise, flash those back. I guess getting back Treasure Cruise is worse because I would spend my whole graveyard to do it, but Headliner Scarlet is pretty good. So I can't block. They can't kill Jace, but that's not great. They can hit Jace for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're going to make so many cats. This card is so ridiculous. Like, why does it have that extra line of text? It's definitely something. So we get to go Plains. Sheltered by Ghosts on the Guide of Souls. I was supposed to shrink that with Jace first. That was a misplay. Yeah, that was a misplay. We're gonna eat. I mean, Ocelot Pride is gonna get out of control as soon as they can escape Flage, but I feel like Headliner Scarlet just gives them so much value to like be able to escape Flage. Guess, yeah, I'll just shrink this. I should have shrunk it before because I could hold up Mutavault. And I guess I don't attack. We do have Exercise to do with Flage, but when they play her from the graveyard, they're going to give her haste, so she's going to do a lot of damage before that happens. Okay, they're hasting a creature, so Spell Pierce has no value here. Intrepid Adversary. That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. I can exercise that on my turn at least. But that's a lot of damage coming from a lot of creatures. This has haste too. I hope they don't attack with that. That would be amazing for me. Okay, what are the attacks? Everything at Jace? Interesting. So I could double block a cat, but I'm trading Guide of Souls for a cat. That feels pretty bad. I just have to let it go through. I'm surprised they wanted to kill Jace that badly. They make a bunch of cats. Yeah. Okay. More lands. We can level up Finger of Destiny, so we're gonna exile this. Oh, I have to pay 3 for Esper Sentinel? I mean, I have to. Yeah, I'll pay the 3. Although, yeah, I'll pay the 3 here. Not looking good for our heroes. We can next turn put Lurrus into our hand and then play it if we want to. Or we could put it into our hand and then hold up like Spell Pierce, level up Finger of Destiny or something. Mutavault, and then the next turn we can go like Lurrus Jace right away. And then the following turn we can untap, play Giant Jacked Rabbit. Okay, so they're swinging out a bit strangely. What could they have here? I don't know of many instant speed pump effects. What could they have? 2 cards in hand. They're not going to play Wrath of God. They could just have like Ephemerate. I mean, this is obvious. Why do they want me to do this? I don't know. I will find out, I guess. The Wandering Emperor. Put a +1/+1 counter against first strike. So I could have just blocked Ocelot Pride with both creatures. I see. Honestly, that didn't go too terribly for me. They have the Wandering Emperor. I have a Thalia. That has first strike. So planes. So if one card goes into their graveyard, it's not great. They can make a samurai. They can give something bigger. So this card is going to get out of control very quickly. 1, 2, 3 to put this into my hand. Let's put Lurrus into my hand. And then, honestly, I'm just going to get Thalia in play because it does block okay. Not a great spot, though. Okay, Goblin Bombardment is a big problem. It's really good in their deck. They kill Thalia. They could sack Ocelot Pride if they want to escape Flage. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's really cool with Goblin Bombardment. Yikes. Fortunately, my dude has Ward 2. I think their plan was to kill my Guide of Souls, but he has Ward. So now they just hit me for a ton of damage. Block here. They sack the cat so I don't gain the life. Take 3 damage. Am I just dead? I'm just dead. Okay, I will concede. Their deck is awesome. Okay, so they're playing red. Yeah, we'll run it back. I mean, it's just hard to compete. They had a turn 1 Ocelot Pride, right? If I have turn 1 Ocelot Pride, game looks a lot different. I had one of these old cards. Doesn't do a whole lot turn 1. Back in my day, if you wanted your 1-drop to be good, you had to spend 1 mana and then 3 mana and then 6 mana to make it good. Hey everyone, I'm really excited to announce that the game that I spent the last 3 years of my life working on is now just commercially available. We did a Kickstarter about 2 years ago, raised $364,000, and I'm delivering those games right now, and I got some extra copies, so if you want to get a copy of it, now's a good time to do it. If you go to algomancy.io, link in the description, there's a bunch of information about the game, some gameplay animations, learn to play stuff. But if you want a copy, you can click buy it now, go to the store, and you could just get a copy of the game. It ships from a warehouse either in the United States or one in Europe. So you can get customs duty-free shipping within Europe or, within the United States. I do ship to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, that kind of thing as well. So now's a good time to get it. 70% of the copies that I got have already been claimed. So, I just wouldn't want you to miss out on this chance because the next print run's probably going to be at least a year from now. So if you're interested at all, go check it out. You can get that, some tokens or playmats or anything else. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. All right, we're on the play. We're going to draw Ancestral Recall. We're going to Companion Lurrus. I did draw Ancestral Recall and I did Companion Lurrus. Both of those things happened. This hand is... If I draw a land, it's just okay. I have to mulligan. This hand's good. I'm going to keep this, put back an island. I'm going to go turn 1 Giver of Runes. Opponent played a tapped land. Tundra. Yeah, I think I'm going to get down the Jacked Rabbit here. Hard for them to kill with Giver of Runes. And then next turn I can go Lion Sash with Mana Tithe up. Intrepid Adversary is a 3/1. Okay. Treasure Cruise, decent. So let's do this. Attack with the rabbit. They can't realistically block here. Yeah. And then we'll go Lion Sash. Mana Tithe the Flage. Oh, even better. Look at this. Look, it's just good every time. There's so many people who hate on this card. Every time I draft it, I spend so much time like, this card's good. This card is good. I win with it. I just countered a 3-drop for 1 mana. What more can you ask for? And still nothing. Okay, let's send the team. Giver of Rune's doing so much work right now. Yeah, let's eat Gut. And then put Lurrus into my hand. I mean, the deck is doing the thing it wants to do. Even if they kill one of my creatures, I just get to play Lurrus this turn. Headliner Scarlet stops blocking, but that's about it. I guess I can get through Jacked Rabbit. I can't block, so they gain 3 life here. Queens is really not great. Let's send the team. Strangely enough, I think I'm just gonna actually let this die so I can keep back Giver Runes to save Lurrus. Play Lurrus. Play Plains. I could also wait and play a bigger Jacked Rabbit in the future, but I think I just want to keep the pressure going. I could always just like block with Jacked Rabbit and then play it again in the future, so I think we're okay. They have their own. We need to kill that very soon. Interesting attack. Oh, I really wanted them to do that. Okay, they're at 14. I'm just drawing lands. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a counter on it. Okay. Actually want Jacked Rabbit to die here. Oh, here we go. Reconfigure 2. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Send in our boy. The 2/3. Do I tag with anything else? If I tag with Lurrus, they can double block and potentially kill the Lurrus. If I attack with the tokens, they can kill one of them. It's not that big of a deal. I'm getting 2 more. Okay, so they block the rabbit. Honestly, I think in this position, again, I just let it die and replay it with Lurrus. Play land, play a bigger rabbit. What is happening? Play the rabbit. X can't be greater than 0. Oh, right, because of Lurrus. Okay, so I can only ever play this with Lurrus for 2. Got it. Got it, got it. So they're going to have Mother of Runes soon. A bit of a problem, but we'll see what happens. Ragavan with Dash. They can give it pro white. That's pretty unfortunate, actually. Alright. No blocks. Take 2. Please don't hit one of my good cards. Thank goodness, it's just a land. Okay. Which enchanter kill my Lion Sash? I will just give this protection from white. Ooh. Ragavan comes back. They have a Witch Enchanter. Exercise. Really not that great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't even cast a Treasure Cruise. Alright, let's do this. Keep the plan rolling. You guys go here. Attack. I'm okay throwing away some rabbits, I think. Do I attack with Lurrus in this spot? If I attack with Lurrus, they could block Lurrus with Headliner Scarlet and Witch Enchanter, and then block the Jacked Rabbit with the Intrepid Adversary, so I don't think I do attack with Lurrus. We're just gonna keep making some bunnies. They block there, I lose 1 bunny. I think holding up Giver Runes makes sense here. Replay the rabbit. I mean, Lurrus is like soloing this game. I'm not drawing any playable cards here. But like the Lion Sash is good against Flage. Like if they play Flage, they Flage Giver Runes. Then I get to eat the Flage, and then Lion Slash Jacked Rabbit is such a sick combo. I swear they're gonna dash the Jacked Rabbit into Fractured Identity. I still could win that. Pre-war formal wear, just okay. Respectable. Put it on that Witch Enchanter, give it Vigilance. Are they gonna? They're just casting Ragavan, they're not dashing it. City of Traders, okay. No equip on the pre-war formal wear. What could they have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Solitude would be pretty devastating. Okay, we get to Surveil. Put that into my graveyard. Literally so many things. Okay, yeah, I mean, attach this here. Send to the team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still don't think I attack with Lurrus. And in response, I'm going to eat the Flooded Strand to make this one bigger. 3 rabbits. Get in there, my friend. Okay, so they take 4, they go to 3 life, but then they gain 3 back. Oh, I see. They're gonna give this protection from stuff. I'm just gonna keep Give of Runes around. I think that seems fine to me. And pass turn. Okay, they just didn't want to equip the formal wear for some reason. That's interesting. I effectively did 0 damage to them last turn. Athari, that's a good one. Lifelink, they could give it. Dude, equip the pre-war formal wear. I want to erase it. why don't you? Maybe they forget that you can equip it? So they attack for 3. And they make a 2/2 attacking rebel here. I could go for the block with Lurrus. I could just take the 2. Or I could double block with rabbits. I think I'm going to go for the block with Lurrus. Pro red. What a game this has been so far. They don't do anything. I can't believe they didn't equip this. Like, how are they playing around exercise? That's not a card anyone plays. Okay. We have Gush. We have playable cards. Literally, what is happening? Okay. Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Treasure Cruise. This is so many lands. Okay, Fractured Identity and Oust. Let's do the thing. Attack with Jacked Rabbit. They can kill 2 rabbits. Honestly, at this point, I kind of want to attack with Lurrus too. They can block and give protection, or just block and trade. Nah, we can't attack with Lurrus. They take 5, go to 4. They activate Mom, which is fine because now I get to oust the Mother of Runes. That was the plan all along. Now I get to Fractured Identity and Athari. And I get to Spell Pierce this thing. Okay, we're getting there. So I think second from the top. I don't know if they hit Mom or not, but it doesn't matter because she won't have haste. Oh, God. Okay. That's a problem. They can equip that to Athari and kill Giver of Runes here. Oh, now you equip pre-war formal wear. No, this looks like... Yeah, how is this happening when I have the removal for it? At least I get to exercise Jite. I have to win another game here, though. That's difficult. Okay, I get to block and gain some life. They get 2? What is... What? They get Jite counters, so they can kill Lurrus here. Yep, that makes sense. They're at 15 life. I don't know if I can win more of these. Okay. We have playable cards though. So I get to do this. I get to Fractured Identity, Jite or Athari. Probably just Athari. They don't have any flyers. Do that, and then this is gonna kill the Jite. Okay. Now we're in business again. Attack, attack, attack. That's a huge army. They take 10. They go to 2. Can I win this? I need to win another game in 4 minutes. That's the hard part. But if I can win this game flooding this bad, I don't even know if maybe I didn't flood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. No, I did. I'm running 16 lands, yeah. So the only action I have is to give her rune something, so I just need to play very quickly here. Equip there, so they can gain a ton of life, but I can block and then give her to prevent the life gain. Johnny's quite good. But they're dead in the air, I believe. They attack. Block. Protection from white. Now I can F6. Let's just attack with Athari. Cathar Commando. Sure. What are you killing? I don't think that does anything, right? I just attack with Athari and then give the thing that they block pro white. Okay, we're down to 3 minutes on the clock, so I might not narrate as extensively as before. I'm also on the draw. Do I feel like having a board wipe is in my best interest? I have Lurrus. Honestly, I don't hate it on the draw because I know it's in the deck, so I can play towards it. What do we cut? What's bad in this matchup? Mother of Runes, Giver of Runes, Oust, Recall, Preordained, Spell Pierce. They're all quite good. Maybe now that they know about Spell Pierce, I can cut it because it doesn't hit that many cards in their deck. But on the draw, I could Spell Pierce at Jite. Like, Jite just wins this game. This deals with Flage and Jite. That is about it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Exercise. I could Spell Pierce stuff and Damn. Yeah, with them on the play, I could play Damn. Although maybe because I only have 3.5 minutes, I can't. Companion Lurrus. I need to F6 a lot. This hand we will keep. I will play turn 1 Mother of Runes. Next turn, I'm going to play Esper Sentinel. Could have traded there. Be a little silly, but okay, play this. I'm going to graveyard that and just get this down. Pass turn. Cathar Commando comes in. I don't know if I can win in 3 minutes. It's just too hard commentating, and I have Mother of Runes, which requires me to, like, use my... Oh, jeez. Alright, well, you gain protection from white here. They get a 4-1. Wait, that's how that works? I literally didn't know that's how that worked. That's so silly. What? That's really dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Guess I have to do this on gut. Taking 4 here, though, it's not great. I'm not flooding this game, though. I'm not going to double block this thing. I guess if I do, I could effectively trade Esper Sentinel for the skeleton, but I don't think that's a good idea. I get to draw a card, but they make a bunch of 1/1s that are problematic. Mana Tithe will be good, so let's play Hallowed Fountain untapped. Get down a Jace. And just get down Giver Runes. I can't afford to hold a Mana Tithe, which, you know, if they have Authority, I'm just in big trouble, but I need to deploy stuff to the board here. They have their own Mother of Runes, and they unlock the door. Okay, I can kill the door. Block here. I actually, at this point, will trade Esper Sentinel. Or the skeleton. Because they're going to get Mother of Runes very soon. Gush. Okay, let's Gush. Wait. Cast Gush. Let's go Guide of Souls. Cathar Commando. Play Plains. Flip Jace. Jace is going to shrink the Cathar Commando. Yeah, I don't think I have enough time to win this game. There's too much clock activation with Mother of Runes and Giver of Runes in play. I can never F6. Pre-war formal wear gets back the Sentinel. You got it. Oh, I guess I was supposed to kill it in response to the commando trigger? I'm not sure how that works. Okay, we're gonna kill this thing. Instead, so I guess I win by flashing back Winds of Abandon with Jace or like ultimating Jace. 1-3. Let's go Island. Last turn. They have 2 cards in hand. More formal wear there. Ah, I see. They do that and give pro white to kill Jace. That's clever. Well, at least they only does 3. I forgot about that too. Oh, attack me. Interesting. Okay, block, block, block. Protection from red. I have a minute left. Where are these going? Me. I go to 3 here? 2? Equip there. Okay. Sheltered by Ghost is excellent here. Sheltered by Ghost on Guide of Souls. Pay 3, no. Wait, what? Why is my mana tapped? Why is my mana tapped? That is a very good question. They can trade Cathar Commando for Mom. I should have attacked, I guess, because they can kill this and then get back the thing with Ward. I don't know why my mana stayed tapped, though. Lage, they can hit Jace. Oh, they just killed me. GG's. Wow, those are some really good games. I think if I had more time, I could have done better that game. Yeah, they said I didn't time out. I mean, that's true. I kind of did though. I think if I had more time, I could have played that game better because at some point I probably needed to attack with Guide of Souls there because that's guaranteed life gain. Um, and then I could like Treasure Cruise or something like that. I don't know. Great game. See you all next round. All right, we're playing against Goosty99. Let us reveal our companion. Show them what they're up for. Well, we have turn 1 Ocelot Pride. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, so that's not great. If only there was a game where being on the player draw didn't matter. Oh wait, that does exist. Algomancy is a game that I've been working on. I self-published, did a Kickstarter, raised $364,000, and it's launching. It probably is available for sale when this video goes live. So if you're interested in a game that has no first-player advantage, definitely check the description. I spent about 2 years, actually at this point 3 years working on the game. So okay, I didn't want to draw that. Let's lead on a tundra because if they have a wasteland, I actually wouldn't mind them killing my land here. As I always say, wasteland is symmetrical. So if you're okay with tundra turning into a wasteland, then you don't really care about that. Can they kill Ocelot Pride? No, they just concede. What a dumb card. Okay. There you go. Literally what? The other thing Algomancy does not have is non-games. My goodness. What is the point of that? Well, I get to go turn 1 Mother of Runes, so also a pretty good turn 1 play. I'm gonna get down the Pride first. I think Mother of Runes is actually better, which is very weird to say. But the other reason why putting this down now makes sense is if they don't have a blocker here. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. Oh gosh, that's so brutal. Okay. Imagine if I was on the play. Can you imagine? Okay, we get to go Giver of Runes. I will hold up Spell Pierce here. Who knows what could happen. Lotus Petal? I could Spell Pierce the Lotus Petal, but I'm just hoping they're playing Minskin Boo. Evoked Fury. Okay. They exiled the headliner Scarlet. Interesting. This must be Minskin Boo and it's gonna get Spell Pierced. Nope, never mind. We're dead. We're so dead. I could put Lurrus into my hand next turn. Oh, they can even get back the land they discarded. That's value. Guide of Souls. Huh. They have a 5/5 menace. I think this turn we put Lurrus into our hand. Next turn I can go like Guide of Souls into Lurrus or something like that. 5/5 menace ain't no joke though. Mutavault. Okay. That can pressure Ren in 6. But I need a plains here actually. So let's go plains, Lurrus, and replay Giver of Runes. Then the following turn I can go Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride. Never mind, they killed Lurrus. Crop rotation for Strip Mine. Fortunately, I don't care that much about the blue. They don't seem like a deck that I will be spell piercing. Oh, wait. I do care about Strip Mine with Ren and 6. Yeah. That is a little bit more of a problem. Okay. Pretty decent sequence. There's a Gush. So we get to go Guide of Souls, Mother of Runes, Meticulous Archive, Fractured Identity. Never gonna have enough mana for that. Yeah, I will attack Ren in 6. I could like block, protect, or whatever, but it's the bigger problem is them killing all of my lands. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't worth it because they just pinged down Mother Runes, but we're likely not winning this one. Sheltered by Ghost. Okay, you know what? That was actually a huge mistake. I get to go Mutavault. Sheltered by Ghost on you. We're gonna eat the Carney Tea. Tack down Ren and 6. Man, imagine if I had Mother of Runes right now. That's okay though. We'll get there. They crack a clue. If I draw any islands, I get to Gush and then Surveil. Bell Pierce a Minskin Boo. Green Suns. Nissa. Oh, Spell Pierce and Nissa. Is that going to get him to concede? I don't know, it might. Let it be known Manatide would also be very good in that spot. So Lurrus is down. Let's... Yeah, just attack with Mutavault and Guide of Souls. I just realized I don't think Primeval Titan's in the cube. Yeah, they're just playing an Oliphant. That's fine. Another Plains. So now I can hardcast a Gush. Yeah, I think I want to give this dude protection from red here. Don't give it pro white. Definitely don't give it pro right. And I could Winds of Abandon, but I kind of want them to play one more thing that I Winds of Abandon, and resolving Gush here is pretty important. Okay. They're going to get a huge army. Manifest Dread 3 times. They lost a Pest Infestation. Well, this is why we save Winds of Abandon. I've never seen this card be that good. So they hit me for 8. Oh, another target creature. Okay, let's hardcast Gush. Cathar Commando. Okay, I mean, I'm just going to go land Winds of Abandon. They have 1 card in hand. And this is why we take this card very highly. We save Giver Runes to protect Guide of Souls. Hit them for 2. Ragavan with Dash. Honestly, I think I trade. They have 1 card in hand. Yeah, I think their best bet is just hitting something off the top. Yeah, Fyndhorn Elves' last card is fine. Well, we beat a Ren and 6 loop stuff with a Companion Lurrus deck. We take 4. And we have Cathar Commando with Flash, which is pretty useful. I have still yet to even see Ancestral Recall in my deck. Is it in my deck? Hex Drinker. Is that a problem? Yeah, it's kind of a problem. 6/6, I can attack. They block, go to 1. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. I'm gonna hold Cathar Commando because maybe I can, like, catch them sleeping or something. Manatithe. You know, I will admit this is not the best spot for Manatithe. Tarmogoyf. Decent draw. I want them to hold back. Ugh. Yeah, they needed to draw that Tarmogoyf here, so I can't block that. And if I Cathar Commando, they still... maybe trading for Ragavan was a mistake. We're still going to hold it. Thalia is pretty good. Play Thalia. Oh, I could just kill them now. Nice, we did it. Okay, who needs Ancestral Recall? See you next round. All right, we're playing against Conman Cool 182. Let's go first. Companion our Lurrus. Dude, okay, I'm gonna keep this hand. Every hand I've had with Ancestral, I don't have the mana to cast it. So we'll see what happens. I think I still lead on Ocelot Pride turn 1. It's just so broken. Because if it gets 1 hit in, I get a token, and that's great. If they kill it, then Mother Rune survives too. Duress. No! I'm literally never gonna cast this stinking card. Who needs Ancestral Recall, am I right? I would like to draw a land. That I would appreciate happening. I mean, this deck does have, like, the lowest curve out of pretty much any Vintage Cube draft deck I've ever had, but, you know. Yep, I get to kill that. Oh my gosh. I I think I still have to keep playing down things. I don't know if I need Giver of Runes and Mother, so I'll play a Figure of Destiny here. That way it's not so obvious when I hold up Mana Tithe. But I think if I just sit back with Mana Tithe now, it's a losing game. If Ocelot Pride was alive, very different story. Yeah, I would like to Mana Tithe the Lotus Cobra. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, deck. Do your thing, I guess. Can a Mother of Runes and some 1/1s close us out? Probably not. Turns out in hindsight, holding up Mana Tithe would have been pretty good. Minsk and Boo. I will concede to that. That card is silly. Concede? Concede? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm running 16 land. My curve stops at 2. I don't know what else I can do really around that. I should be pretty good against Strip Mine normally. Alright, going first. Painting Lurrus. His hand's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna play Meticulous Archive turn 1. I would love to just cast Ancestral Recall one time. He kept 7. No Ocelot Pride. Ah, there you are. So if they have no okay. That's not terrible. It is my only blue source, but this is effectively like we restart the game and I have a turn 1 Ocelot Pride. I would like to have Spell Pierce at the ready, but Forest has entered the revealed zone. That's not going to be blocked. Okay. Strip Mine Forest Mox Lotus Cobra is certainly a sequence. Certainly a sequence. Let's play Plains. I think I just want to put Lotus Cobra on top of their deck. And I want them to redraw it because it felt like they were missing land drops. They might not be, but it's a huge tempo hit if they just go Lotus Cobra go again without any lands. Now, if they go Lotus Cobra land, that's not that good. Yeah. Oh, but if it's just that, I don't hate it. I have Spell Pierce and Cathar Commando at the ready now. I can Spell Pierce a Minskin Boo, or I can just Cathar Commando a Mox Pearl. I'd rather hold up Spell Pierce, and then I can Commando end of turn, I think. What is this? Empiric Tutor? I'm gonna risk it and let that go through. I imagine they're getting a Minskin Boo or something, non-creature, but this could be a mistake. It feels like if they get Minskin Boo, I win with Spell Pierce. They haven't seen my hand, so... And this also does 2 damage to them is also a deciding factor here. If it was Demonic Tutor, I would counter it because that's like guaranteed trading 1-for-1 on cards, but Vampiric Tutor puts them down a card effectively. They got something. We get some kitty cats. I guess I'm very much telegraphing that I have something because I didn't put Lurrus into my hand. Alright, we want to see red mana? Red mana, Minskin Boo. 1 ring, even better. We will Spell Pierce that. Okay, end of turn, Cathar Commando. Go Mutavault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack, attack, attack. I will keep the Cathar Commando. I think killing Mox Pearl is probably pretty relevant. Maybe I should have offered a trade for Lotus Cobra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll get the city's blessing here. Then we're going to kill this thing. Then they play Entomb. What is their deck doing here? There's a lot of stuff. Archon of Cruelty. Actually, pretty good with Fractured Identity. Oh man, I can't even... Ugh, that's gross. Okay, I lose a bunch of cats. Lose Fractured Identity. I could technically flip it with Jace. Use another cat. They just concede. Okay. I guess they didn't draw anything playable. Okay, they're on Reanimator. Okay. We can handle that. We have quite a few answers, actually. Spell Pierce, Mana Tithe, Companion Lurrus. Let's do it. Ancestral, can I play it? Oh my gosh, literally what is happening? I will mulligan this. Dude, literally what is happening? Ugh. This is literally, I could not make up better marketing for Algomancy. This cannot happen in Algomancy. There's no first player advantage. I guess Ancestral's pretty good here. And no mana screw. No card is broken as Ancestral, which I think is good for the game, but let's, wow, a lot of options. I think against their deck, I actually want to play Esper Sentinel first. They have Entomb, Shallow Grave, and all that stuff. Mox Pearl costing 1. Not mad about that. They killed my dude. Don't like that. We draw Gush. Definitely want to play Mother of Runes here. I think I want to Surveil. Honestly, I'm gonna Graveyard a Treasure Cruise. I need things that impact the board now. I don't need to draw cards into draw cards and draw cards. I have Recall and Gush. That's 1 mana draw 5 effectively. But I don't know if I'm beating, yeah, this. If only I had double blue and I could like Gush in response to that. Okay, let's shock this in. Let's draw 3. Which sounds like it's good, but I effectively just undid my mulligan. I'm just gonna oust the Lotus Cobra. That's really just like the problems with mulliganing in this game. And it's not a Minskin Boo. Love to see that. Giver of Runes. So they still had a land. This costs 7. Part of me wants to exercise the Mox Pearl. Otherwise I can hold up Gush, but not Unexpectedly Absent. I think I'm gonna kill the Mox Pearl. Heaven Tomb. Archon of Cruelty. Okay, I mean, they're just gonna Shallow Grave and Archon of Cruelty. I probably could attack with Mother of Runes, but they're at 24. If they Shallow Grave and Archon, I'm gonna have trouble. How do they draw it every time? Well, at least Gush is like okay against this. I drew all land. I lose both my creatures. They hit me for a bunch and they draw a bunch of cards. It's not great. I know there's probably going to be someone saying Mother of Runes can protect itself from Archon of Cruelty, but that is not true. I guess I made a mistake by keeping Hallowed Fountain because I basically have to shock this in to hold up Absent here. But I think basically if they play something I have to Absent, I'm losing anyway, so I just have to accept that they might have more plays. Lotus Cobra, I put that on top. Guide of Souls. Let's put Lurrus into our hand. I shouldn't have kept this island, I don't think. If I had planes and I could go Guide of Souls Unexpectedly Absent, I'd feel a little bit better. But this feels like I'm just dead. Yeah, probably. I go to 4. Island, yeah. GG's. Wow, this deck, I mean, this was just variance. I would not attest this to the deck being bad. My opponents had great decks, they drew well. I drew pretty poorly, except round 2 when I killed my opponent right away. But like my cards were powerful, I just didn't. I was getting mana screwed in like a deck that stops the curve at 2, which is silly. So yeah, I think this deck was good. I would draft it again. Finally got to Jacked Rabbit. He was awesome in that game. Got to Companion Lurrus, which was sweet. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.